Hello, this is the Jurassic expert here, back with another video. This is going to be part of the Universal Studios kind of little vlog thing. It's going to be part of that little series of videos. Um, so today I just wanted to talk about my overall experience at Universal Studios because you could only see so much through the footage and all that I got. Um, and yeah, so I want to first start off with all of the good things. So, the customer service is actually pretty good. Um, and yeah, the merchandise is actually very plentiful. They had a lot of neat stuff, some of which most of it actually, you can find in stores, but they did have other things that were different and you can't find outside Universal Studios. Um, and I kind of want to pitch this idea if anybody from Universal Studios is watching this video, or if Mattel is watching this video or anything. One thing I would highly suggest is maybe making some exclusive Jurassic World figures for Universal Studios. And you know what? I always thought this would have been a cool idea had there been some kind of exclusive to Universal Studios. And what really drove this for me was I was actually looking in the Transformers area because I'm kind of a Transformers fan, and I also have a friend that likes Transformers, so I was like looking for stuff for them. And while I was there, I saw that they actually had exclusive Transformer figures. So I thought it would be a really cool idea to make like some Jurassic World figures. I don't know what they could do, but one thing that came to mind was the little baby raptor and the handler. Uh, they could just make a figure that resembled the costume and all that. Doesn't exactly have to be an on-point face since the people kind of change, but really all they need is like maybe they could have raptor handler male and raptor handler female, both with the little baby raptor Tango, which I actually did get to pet, and it was really awesome, and it was really cute and all that. And the animatronic was really cute, but I'm getting off topic. I'll go back to Tango in a moment. But yeah, I just thought it would be really cool if for Universal Studios, the Jurassic World area, to have some exclusive stuff. Since the Jurassic World area, I would say, is one of the more popular areas of the park, especially at the moment. Even if they were to make like a scale, well, I guess they actually already kind of have made a baby Stegosaurus to scale. I think that they could do stuff with exclusives. Maybe if that's what they were to do with the Legacy Collection, and instead of calling it Jurassic World Legacy Collection, they could call it the Jurassic Park Collection or something like that. Or, ooh, I just came up with a really good idea. Make a interactable raft with the human figures. That would be awesome. But I'm getting off topic here. So my message is, Universal, get some Jurassic World exclusive Mattel figures. That would be awesome. Next, the assortment of figures though was great. They had a lot there. I did not even film all of it because there was so much there. I couldn't really find anything new that I was looking for, but they still had a lot there. And they had a wide variety of shirts in a wide variety of sizes, and they did provide towels. They do have rain jackets, so they are providing as much as they can for the people that are going on to the ride but are a little bit anxious about getting wet or walking around all wet. So they do provide towels and raincoats and all that. Let's kind of move on to the animatronics. The animatronics, oh my god, that was my favorite part of the experience. The animatronics were amazing. So first, I ran into the raptor handler with baby Tango, which the animatronic was so lifelike and it was so cute. Oh my god. And yeah, you got to pet it and everything. I mean, you had to kind of stick your hand out, and sometimes it would lunge at you. So that was pretty cool. And the next animatronic that I got to see was the Triceratops, and the videos don't do it justice. If you can see it in person, I would highly suggest it. It is actually really cool. It looks like a real animal. It moves like a real animal. It really is incredible. The eyes blink. It grunts. It even like has little eating sound effects when it's going to munch on the plants and all that. Yeah, and they even allow you to only touch mainly its back leg and its stomach, which, I mean, completely reasonable. The animatronic was just really cool. You could take pictures with it. It was just a really cool experience. And I saw the Triceratops a couple of times, and I never got tired of it every time. I was always really entertained, and yeah, it was just a really cool animatronic. And the final animatronic that I saw was the Velociraptor blue animatronic in the Raptor Encounter. And I was actually looking at a video of the old Raptor animatronic that they had, where you'd be able to do the Raptor Encounter, and this new one that they got for Blue is far more superior to those ones. It looks more closer to the film counterparts. Let alone, it actually kind of reminds me of the animatronic that they'll have for the Jurassic World live tour, which is a good thing because it's that high quality. And I mean, it acted like an animal would, like, but more of a trained animal. The only thing I would say that's faulty with it is just the concept overall. It's like, okay, who in Jurassic World, who would think it would be a good idea to let tourists interact with one of their most dangerous attractions, the Velociraptor? But I mean, the raptor, the performer that was in the costume, did beautifully. It totally sold it that it was an unpredictable animal, yet it still was able to be gentle around humans, not necessarily just attack them like the minute they see them. Like, it gets annoyed if it's around people too long. It just really made the experience very realistic. And finally, the overall ride was really cool. I know I made a whole video dedicated to pretty much me bashing the ride of how similar it was to Jurassic Park the ride, but I don't know. I just had a different perspective after I got off the ride. I actually felt really satisfied after getting off the ride. I mean, I really did just feel satisfied with the ride afterwards. So, next, this is where I'm going to cover a lot of the negative aspects. Oh, but before I do, one of the pieces of merchandise that I found was really cool. It was this little lanyard, but there were these sets of pins that had different dinosaur emblems, some of which we never even have seen in the Jurassic Park franchise, such as the Suchomimus, the Edmontosaurus, and the Microceratus. And what you could do, it was kind of a little collectible aspect. You could get each little thing of pins, and you could kind of complete all of them with the lanyard. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that really quickly. Alas, here are the negative aspects. So, first of all, everything was super overpriced. Things that I could find in Target for like $8 or something was like $20. It was just insane. My suggestion is, if there's anything with a Mattel logo, as of the moment, until Universal does make, if Universal makes exclusives, pretty much at the moment, if there is anything with a Mattel logo, just don't buy it. that's my suggestion. Just don't buy it. Because you were paying way too much for what it is actually worth. I think the Indominus Rex was like $70. I can't remember. And especially avoid the Lego sets. Those ones are really overpriced. Other than that, though, the shopping experience was fine, except there were no benches for like parents to sit down, because I mean you're doing a lot of walking, and I was with a family member that does have like knee troubles and all that, so it was hard on them to be really mobile. So my suggestion to Universal Studios would be like more ways to make the experience more comfortable for people that aren't necessarily handicapped but aren't necessarily like 100% mobile as well. And that brings us to our next topic, which is the wait time. This is the thing that annoyed me the most about the experience. It almost ruined it for me, actually, and that was the wait times. So when I was there, the wait time was 3 hours most of the day, and they didn't even really have it in hours. They had it in minutes, so you had to calculate it into hours. So it was 180 minutes, and then it spiked up to like 200 minutes. So an hour before Universal closes, where there was only an hour wait, and I thought that was ridiculous. And the fact that you have to, and I was actually told, so advice for when you go to Universal Studios at the moment and you're waiting on Jurassic World the ride: if anybody tells you to wait until 7 o'clock p.m., don't listen to them. You want to go on the ride, you either get on when you're there or you wait until 9 o'clock. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying, and it seems like the only way you could go on the ride was if you paid like for the express pass, which was like $500 or almost $500, which is insane that you have to pay more to go in to even enjoy yourself in the theme park, and do the thing and go on rides and all that, which is kind of the main thing with theme parks. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big ride person. Whenever I go to Universal Studios, the main concentration usually isn't rides, it's mainly on the aesthetics. Just thought that was a bit scammy. The fact that you had to pay extra to really go on one ride and enjoy anything else. That just really bothered me, especially since everything is overpriced as is. And I know some of you could be saying, well, it's just because it's a new ride. You should have gone on it later, like maybe in the fall or something like that. Or like over Christmas break or whatever. But this would have been the most convenient time for me and a lot of other people, which is why it was really crowded. Those things were my main complaints. And the fact that how long you have to walk to even get to the Jurassic Park area. And I really think it would be a lot easier if they just had a monorail or something like that. Like a tiny monorail that just took you to that area instead of having to go down multiple flights of like escalators and stairs and all that. Other than that though, I did have a really fun time at Universal Studios and looking at the animatronics, going on the rides, checking out the cool merchandise that they had. So that is kind of my overall experience with Universal Studios, and I was mainly hanging around the Jurassic World area because that was where I obviously wanted to be. So as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I put up new videos like this one. And as always, dinosaurs might be older than you, but you are never too old for dinosaurs. Bye bye.